Hello and welcome to this video. As you saw in the title of this video, we are going to be talking about the problem with health influencers. I'm going to be talking specifically about the version of health that these influencers are selling and how it is unachievable for the general population. We're going to be looking at specific examples of influencers. I'm going to be breaking down roughly the cost of their supplements, groceries, all of that, and just their lifestyle, because lifestyle does play a role in the type of health that we are able to have. The version of health that these influencers are portraying is a luxury, and it's really important for us to understand that. So when we're consuming that content, we can have an understanding that this is really great, I'm inspired by this, but it's not achievable for me with where I'm at in my life right now, and that's okay. I don't have to compare myself to the level of health that these people are taking part in. I do want to just have a little disclaimer to say I actually really admire these influencers. I really like them. I follow them. This is not about them personally. Even though they are influencers and they have chosen to put their content out there, I'm not going to be sharing their name. I really want to try to keep it about the problem and not about these influencers. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Before we get into this, I just want to remind you, I love this creator. I am an active subscriber. I watch all of her videos. So we are going to start out by watching a little clip from one of her videos, and that is going to bring us into this discussion.
This is the Peak 1,000 milligram vitamin C. This is for immune support, radiant skin. It's delicious. It has elderberry in it. Because I'm not doing milk anymore, like just cow's milk, I am adding in my eggshell calcium to get my calcium in. Calcium is really important for thyroid function. Now I'm going to add in my Armor Colostrum, which is a bioactive whole food. It has over 400 different nutrients, so I love that. So I add that into my matcha.
To start this conversation, just notice how well she sells these products. Like, she is really, really good at what she does. It really appeals to me because she's giving me so many reasons to get these products, and she's giving me the science behind it. That really draws me in, and I know for a lot of us, that's something that really works for us. So I definitely have been influenced by her. So the second thing we're gonna look at is just how many little supplements are around her. Upon just watching it, you might not really give a second thought to it, but she's got the Armor Colostrum, she's got the Eggshell Calcium, she's got the Peak Matcha, and then the Peak Vitamin C one, the Radiant, whatever. So those are 4 different like supplement-y type things in just this little clip. So let's break it down and see just how much money it would cost us to just buy all of those things right now. Armor Colostrum for one container is $110, as shown here. The Eggshell Calcium is about $40. Peak Life, that vitamin C one, is about $68, and the Peak Matcha is about $52. So that is $270 in that little clip. For some, that's nothing. For some, that's like, oh my goodness, I could not afford that. Again, I watch all of her videos. It was really making me start to feel bad, because I was like, I really want to live this lifestyle and I'm trying. I cannot afford to. I would look up a supplement that she was recommending and I would be like, oh my goodness, that's $100 just on its own every single month. Like, I can't do that. So it really started to make me dig deeper, and I really was like, how much would it cost to just fully replicate what she does, the supplements she takes, the food she eats? And of course, I can't know exactly, because she's not going to film every moment of every day, every single thing that she eats. And realistically, she's probably not filming the things that don't fall under what she would like to be eating. If she has a couple chicken nuggets or something like that, she's probably not going to film it, not because she's trying to be sneaky, just because that's how social media works, especially when you are a health influencer. So, upon a lot of research and watching a lot of videos and taking lots of notes, I feel like I got a pretty good supplement regimen down that is somewhat of a replication. Also, I apologize if you can hear this mower. I cannot wait all day for them to stop, so they always choose to mow whenever I'm filming. So I feel like this is as close as we're gonna get to exactly what she does. And once again, she probably doesn't do every single one of these supplements every single month, and just like all of us, you know, we change things, we decide we don't like something. Here's what we've got to work with. I'm gonna put the list up here so you can read along with me. There are 12 different types of supplements, and most of these are whole food type supplements. It's not necessarily just like vitamin B6 or something like that. She likes to use a lot of more whole food type supplements that are going to be easily absorbed by our body and maybe just a better source and all of that good stuff, which is great, which inspires me, which is why I've subscribed to her. It also makes it extremely expensive, and she really tries to source things well and do a lot of organic, which is great, which I love. But again, it is very expensive, and for the average person, we're not going to be able to spend this. So, Element, the electrolytes, with the subscribe and save option would be $39 a month. The Just Thrive probiotic would be $53 with the subscribe and save option. Armra colostrum would be $110, and that's 120 scoops, but you can they're like, you can use 1 scoop or 3 scoops at a time or in a day, whatever. And I know for this example that she uses like a lot of scoops. It's probably not taking her 4 months to go through this, but again, we can't know for sure. So I estimated that that would be $82 a month with using 3 scoops a day. Bee pollen, $30. The Peak Life matcha, $52 with the subscribe and save. Needed prenatal, $63 a month. I'm gonna try that out at some point because it's a powder form. Body Health Perfect Amino Tablets, $38 a month. Great Lakes Wellness Collagen, $24 a month. Mary Ruth Lymphatic Support. So for this example, she was able to get it on sale in that video, like she did say it was on sale for $20 each, and she got 2 of them. But at regular price, it would have been $30 each. Mary Ruth Iodine, $14, which was on sale. It would regularly be $21. However, this was something that's actually not bad price-wise because it was a 15-month supply. So you're spending like $1 a month or less. Peak Life Vitamin C, that Revitalized or whatever it was called, $68. That Eggshell Calcium, $20 a month or $40 for the container. So in total, that is 12 different supplements, which first of all is just a lot, like a lot of things. And that is $490 a month. That's just supplements, you know, extra. That's not just the normal like groceries. And that would be subscribe and save, breaking it down to see like actual monthly cost, not just the cost of, you know, the Armra container, the whole thing. It's going to be more expensive. So then I did also go through and I calculated, okay, how much would it be if I were to just buy just one-time buy of all of these things? It would be over $600. This is at the regular price. Over $600 just for extras and supplements. Let's be real, that is not doable for most of the general population. We cannot do that without going into debt just for supplements. So let's sit with that and just acknowledge that, okay, this is a lifestyle and it is not achievable for all of us, or at least not in every season of life. That was just something that was really, really interesting to me, and it really helped me not to feel so bad about what I was doing, because I am doing a lot with what I have. And the other thing is, we do need to kind of take it upon ourselves to not be comparing ourselves. I know it's really, really hard, and it's almost the nature of social media. Now let's move on to the next little clip and talk more about this lifestyle that these health influencers are portraying to us. And I feel like this one really, really shows just the absolute different world that these health influencers are living in compared to us. And when I saw it, my jaw dropped, and I think there will be some good discussion to come out of this. So let's watch this clip. Let's talk about this. I don't know if you might have noticed some things that really popped up for me that I was like, oh, let's hold on for a moment here. And once again, I love this creator. This is nothing against her personally. It just kind of goes to show when you are an influencer, if you are very well off, you're just kind of living in a little bit of a different world, and this is their job. Their job is to influence. They're just doing their job and doing it very well. But let's talk about this. So the title of this reel was My Simple Non-Negotiables. So these are the things that she's doing all the time, and these are simple. Keep that in mind as we go through. I know some of this kind of went through pretty quick. We're gonna take it slow, and we're gonna take it one thing at a time. So the first thing that she mentioned was be in nature often. And you'll notice a theme throughout. The things that she's saying, they aren't necessarily expensive. They don't have to be expensive, and they could be applicable, you know, for anybody, which is great. I love that. The problem though is what she's then showing is not so achievable for everyone. So she says be in nature often, and she has these clips of mainly her at a lot of beaches. This influencer lives at a beach. She lives in Florida. It's warm all year round. She's able to do that. We have to acknowledge the fact that that is not something that all of us have. Now, we all have access to the outdoors. However, there is just this fact that, especially when it comes to the beach, you know, living close to the beach is a luxury that is very expensive and something that most people are not able to afford. So it's simple, yes. What is being portrayed is something, again, that most of us don't have. All right, so the second one was move my body daily. Once again, this is something that could be done by anyone, right? It doesn't have to mean any specific thing. I like how she says move my body and not necessarily like do a workout, do cardio, whatever. I do really like that. But then let's look at what is being shown. So running, you saw her outside like on a picnic table. We see her walking on a little, one of those little treadmills like that you can be doing work and also walking. You can find one of those little walking pads anywhere from like $60 to like $400. So that is something not super cheap, but it could be doable if you find something on the lower end. Honestly, I do like that. That's a great idea for people who work from home. Just sit at their desk all day to help keep you moving. So there's that costs money. Let's keep going. There was a really short clip with Move My Body Daily where she's using dumbbells and, you know, doing a workout. Normal, right? Except it is in her home gym. She's got a full home gym. It probably is thousands of dollars just because gym equipment is not cheap and they have a lot of it. Part of what she does is like she is a trainer for form, I think. Once again, of course she's going to invest in something that is part of her job. And you could argue pretty much everything is part of her job as an influencer. So again, this is not anything against her. This is just to make us aware of what we're looking at. Like, oh, this is something I could never afford. And that's okay. Just recognizing that this is not achievable for me right now. So there's that I missed. It was a very short clip. And then Fuel My Body with a variety. I don't really have a problem with any of that. Of course, as talked about earlier, eating healthy is a bit of a luxury. Eating healthy just does cost more than eating not so healthy, but that is something that more or less we have access to. And then Fuel My Mind and Soul, she's reading. Here is where things get interesting. Prioritize recovery, which is great. Yes, I love that. But what is being shown to us? She is getting into a sauna in her home gym. Again, I don't have a problem with this. You could argue this is part of her business as an influencer. That's fine. This sauna, which she owns, is a $5,000 sauna. Let's all acknowledge right now that we do not have a $5,000 sauna sitting in our garage, if we even have a garage, you know? So yeah, let's see that for what it is, which is just unattainable for the general population unless you want to go into debt to have a sauna. It's really cool, it's nice. Also, what I don't understand is she lives in Florida, so you know, the benefits of a sauna, it's like you could get those same benefits just from like being outside, I feel like. But maybe that's nitpicky. I know it does get cool in the winter, even if it's not as cold as it is here, but that's a big, simple, non-negotiable that none of us normal people could afford. And of course there's also an ice bath because all the health influencers are also doing that. I have my own opinions on ice baths in general, but probably not a cheap ice bath. I'll probably find that and insert it here so you can see how much it costs and everything. So that clip was just really, really interesting to me because I feel like that does a really good job at showing all of these things that we're seeing in these health influencers day to day, but we're not maybe recognizing so much. But this one just put it quite simply that these are her simple everyday things. That's just not going to be a thing for most of us. I think something that's really good to keep in mind for that video specifically, all the things that she said, which truly do make a healthy lifestyle. Daily movement, fueling your body, recovery, and rest. All of these things are achievable for us. They don't have to be expensive. Recovery does not have to look like a $5,000 sauna. Recovery can be making sure you get enough sleep. Recovery can be taking a nap. It could be having a rest day, you know, not working out, not doing anything crazy. I just kind of wanted to bring it back to this at the end of this video. I just want to talk about like what health really is, especially for women. These videos are mainly targeting women. I think there's often more of a burden on us to really be perfectly healthy, especially if you are hoping to become a mother, maybe soon, maybe you've been trying for a while, and you feel like it is up to you to be absolutely healthy and that it's your fault if for some reason things aren't working, which is not true at all. You don't need my permission, but I want to give it to you that you don't have to do things perfectly. Even if we try our very hardest, we're not going to do things perfectly. Health does not have to look just a specific way. I feel like there are just things that have to happen. If we want to be healthy, that does involve certain things. Cutting out environmental toxins is really helpful, and there's all kinds of things, and it does take money. Maybe not $5,000, but you know, it's going to take an investment. Do what is doable for you and don't compare your lifestyle with someone who has a lot more disposable income or who is being given all of these expensive health products and everything for free. You know, don't compare your lifestyle to them because it's just not an equal comparison. If that takes unfollowing some people and trying to tweak your algorithm to be one that really uplifts you, then I encourage you to do that, because ultimately if this is not serving you, if it's not serving to just like inspire you and uplift you, then do what you can to take a break from that. That is all for this video. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was interesting for you. I would love to hear from you in the comments. This is kind of new for me, this like style of video, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like continue making videos like this or not. I really want to be super careful because my faith is very important to me and I want that to be visible through everything I do. I don't want to just tear people down. I just want to bring to light some things that are really, really important and are really impacting women. If this was an interesting format, if you like this, I would definitely like to know. If you have any kind of video ideas, I would love to hear that as well. And just once again, thank you so, so much for watching this video. Bye.